Hello, my name is Paul Huang. I'm a violinist and I'm from New York. When I was 7, my parents took me to a violin recital in my hometown back in Taiwan. And I remember I was totally fascinated by the instrument, the violin, specifically because this little wooden box that can produce, such glorious sound in a huge hall without any microphones or amplifications. And also just the presence of being on stage, I was so amazed. And so shortly after the recital, I told my parents I wanted to play the violin. They are everything to me. So I learned so much from them and continue to learn so much from them. I love living in New York, and New York is kind of a home to me now, besides Taiwan, which will always be home for me. But yeah, I probably cannot think of myself living somewhere else than living in New York. It's just so convenient, being in New York, when you're actually going to Europe for a while, and then when you come back to New York, you realize, wow, this is really convenient. Yeah. I have many favorite restaurants. As a Chinese, I love going to Flushing's, Chinatowns to eat, dim sums and soup dumplings, all that stuff. And I also love Korean food. And, I go to Korea a lot. So K-Town in New York is definitely also one of the destinations for me. For me, chamber music is probably the pinnacle of any form of music making. Music is something that words cannot describe. So there are feelings that music can convey that words cannot. And I think it's even truer that chamber music is that way of communication. You're basically on stage communicating with your colleagues. And then when everything comes together, it's probably the most gratifying, blissful experience. I think one has to be always reminded that how lucky we are to be musicians, and you have to be totally committed to your work, and I just don't think that my life can continue without being somehow in the music, and that just how addictive I am to the music. And I think one has to have that kind of drive, that kind of feelings if you want to become a musician, because after all, it's a very difficult field, business. Unless you are really committed, really enthusiastic, and totally immersed in this industry, then do something else. And I would say also being patient is a thing that I learned over the years, and I think the ability to be patient goes a long way. Yeah.